Introducing Build, a game of international development, of diplomacy and trade. It's designed by me, Martin Lockett, and my daughter.
Hello, I'm Lily.
It can be played by 2 to 4 players aged 10 and up. Playing time is between 45 and 90 minutes. On a brand new continent, 4 countries are born, each having a founding settlement of a single village. Over time, as the country grows, you face the challenges of war and natural disaster, the opportunities of trade and diplomacy. Cooperate or compete, the choice is yours. There are 2 ways to play the game, a time-limited classroom version and an open-ended version in which the endpoint is triggered by collecting 3 goal cards. Either way, the winner is the player with the most victory points. In this case, we're playing the open-ended version. We've set up the game, 4 coloured playing boards and an infrastructure ladder, stacks of resource cards, event cards and contingency cards. Over here we have the currency of our game. They're called worlds.
I've named my country Sunland and my first village will be called Lilville. In my first round I've taken 10 worlds. That's the name of our currency and I'm choosing what to do with them. As it's the start of the game with no construction underway, we skip to the section 3 of the round, building and diplomacy. Everyone starts in the same situation, but our choices and gameplay take us in very different directions. I'm going to try to build another village. I can afford 2 houses and 2 shelters towards that new village. Later I'll buy a community building, which will turn these cards into a new village. Until the next round, they must be face down.
Another player offers a trade agreement with Lilville. This means both settlements benefit from increased trade income. The turns proceed. The active player takes an event card, which could be positive or negative. Player moves to the next player. That player must draw event cards, has options to declare war, and takes priority in any conflict over turn order. First, all the players collect the tax and trade income from their settlements.
I have a village and a trade agreement, so I can claim 10 worlds tax from my village, Lilville, and 10 worlds in trade from Cornertown.
And I get the benefit too.
Next, we complete construction. All those resources bought in the last round reach completion.
I bought a community building, which completes my second village. I will name it Lilton.
The next round moves in smoothly as the players build and negotiate.
Would anyone like to trade with me?
Lily has money to spend now and could choose to build more settlements, to invest in infrastructure which unlocks the ability to upgrade to towns and then to cities, or spend on contingency plans to offset future disasters.
I'm thinking about the game goals to help me choose. I'm going to go for first person to have a trade agreement with all players. I already have 2 and I only need 1 more. I'm going to build another village and arrange a trade deal for that village.
Lily buys all the buildings she needs for a new village. She should be careful she doesn't run out of space on her board. The turn moves on. Player 4 has invested in infrastructure and upgraded their village to a town. This means more tax income, but that player will have to draw 2 event cards on their turn. Next comes the chance to declare war, which is declined, and then the player draws an event card. It is a new player's turn, but everyone has the chance to collect income, complete construction, and build and engage in diplomacy.
My buildings turn into a village and I agree a trade deal with top village and I collect my first gold card.
I've chosen to buy a contingency card. In this case, worryingly, I've chosen the war footing card. This gives me a bonus if I declare war. The other players are worried and react. The new alliances are a deterrent for now, and the turn moves on.
I'm worried that I might lose my trade deals if I draw a diplomatic incident card, so I am buying an ambassador contingency to protect myself.
Sue has drawn a natural disaster card. The dice rolls towards Corner Town, which is then reduced to rubble.
I had a trade agreement with that village. I will offer aid to help rebuild it and get my trade back. For that, I can get myself the Give Aid goal.
Now Lily has 2 out of the 3 goal cards needed to trigger the end of the game. But does she have enough victory points to win? What route should she choose next? I really enjoy Phase 3, the building and diplomacy part. It's got this slightly anarchic, everybody acts at once part, but also a chance for role-playing. Pacts, alliances and enmities all grow organically from the gameplay. Here's Sue and Graham. They've been part of the playtesting team since the beginning and they have their own ideas about what makes this a good game.
I think it's the fact that it's different every time you play it, because you can set your own end result, so you can have a time limited game or an achievement based game or an end result game, and also it depends a lot on who you're playing with, because people play strategically differently. Some people are more cooperative and some people are very competitive, and that vastly changes the outcome of the game.
Well, I really enjoy the fact you build the towns, villages into cities, you trade with other countries, you build the infrastructure up, and in a way that often reflects real life. And as I was playing it, I found that I got really into it and forgot it was a game. I was actually thinking, yeah, well, we can do this, we can do that. I found it actually got quite exciting as you got into the game, with all the little connotations, all the extras that came in with it.